Hello everyone, very good evening. Welcome to Oliveboard. My name is Varsha, and this is a very important session and the most awaited session, I guess, right? So, in this particular session, we are going to cover the November month compilations, and that is important for upcoming NABARD Grade A examination. Right? So, the aspirants who are there in this particular session, please let me know that everything is okay. The voice is okay to you. The voice is okay, and the screen is also clearly visible to you. Yeah. Very good afternoon, very good evening, everyone. Shushmita is there, Dream Master is there. Very good evening. How are you all doing? How's your preparations going on? Yes. So, in this particular session, we are going to cover the compilation of the November month, and that will be obviously in the form of MCQs, right? Yeah, most of the students are there. I'm really happy to see like most of the students has comment there. So let's start our today's very important discussion. Before that, aspirants, you can install the application of Oliveboard, right? So that you will get the PDFs of our YouTube classes. And as well as this is a rapid revision batch, this is going on. You can be the part of it, right? And it will help you to do the rapid revision before your exam in a well manner. So let's start our questions. Let's start our important discussions. So, what is the total? Like, I'll cover all the news articles from 1st of November till 30 of November. Okay, so whatever the important events happened during this time interval, what are the important news articles? So this particular compilation is very important to be covered before exam. Yeah. So first question is there on the screen. What is the total budget outlay of what is this NBHM over the period 2020-21 to 2025-26? B is the right answer for the question. Very good. So NBHM. So with this question, you are about to know about two or three terms. First is this is a National Beekeeping and Honey Mission. National Beekeeping and Honey Mission. Okay, one important point. Another important point, it was implemented from 2020-21, and the complete implementation period is from 2020-21 to 2025-26. Okay, and the total budget outlay was rupees 500 crore, right? Yeah, it is a honey mission, or it is also known as Meethi Kranti. Meethi Kranti is related with this. Okay, so these are the important points. Now, moving ahead, next question is okay, so there are mini missions under this National Beekeeping and Honey Mission, okay, which implements its activities. So, how many mini missions are there? And you should also know about the mini missions, they are related to what type of activities, like what are the different activities under the different mini missions. Okay, so there were total three mini missions under this National Beekeeping and Honey Mission, right? So there are total three mini missions under this. And if we talk about them in detail, yes, very good. Shushmita is writing about it. Yeah, Pradyuman, Dream Master, Shikha is there, Satyat is there, Gangadhar is there. Yes. So the right answer, yes. So these are the three mini missions under it, or we can call them as a sub schemes under National Beekeeping and Honey Missions. Okay. So they have their different objectives. So when we talk about the mini mission one, this mini mission one is related with production and productivity improvement of various crops. How we can do it? By following the pollination assisted by adoption of scientific beekeeping practices. Second mini mission is associated with post harvest management of beekeeping and beehives products. Third mini mission is concentrated on research and technology generation for various regions, states, agroclimatic zones, and socio-economic conditions. Okay, so you should be aware about the names or the objectives of all these three mini missions under this National Beekeeping and Honey Mission, right? Moving on the next question. Yeah. Okay, so what does FRK, that is exported by APEDA, stand for? So recently, this FRK is exported to that different countries like Costa Rica and Papua Guinea. Okay, so the particular that particular I am not mentioning that particular thing that is exported by APEDA. It is FRK. So you have to mention what is the full form of FRK. I'm not telling you the exact answers so that you will get an idea. It is fortified rice kit, fortified rice kernel, fortified rice kill, or fortified rice kibble. Yeah. And APEDA, you know what is APEDA? That is Agriculture and Processed Food Export Development Authority. Okay. So, yeah, the right answer for the question is option number B. It is a fortified rice. Yes, it is fortified rice. Very good, Gangadhar. Very good, Shushmita. I'm about to ask this in the next question, actually. So this fortified rice kernel, actually Indian government program aims to fight malnutrition and is linked to this FRK export initiative. And the name of this is Kuposhan Mukt Bharat, that is malnutrition free India. Okay, so under this initiative, this FRK initiative was taken, and now we are linking it to this FRK export initiative also. Right? Now, question is which of these micronutrients are mentioned as being added to rice flour to produce FRK? So, to produce this fortified rice kernel, okay, to produce this fortified rice kernel, what you are doing, you are adding the micronutrients to the rice flour and then you are making this fortified rice kernel. So you have to tell which of these micronutrients are mentioned: calcium, vitamin D or zinc, iron, folic acid, vitamin B12, magnesium, vitamin C and vitamin A, and vitamin E, selenium or iodine. Yeah, the right answer for the question will be Avani is marking B. Very good. So for this question, yes, everyone had given the right answer. Okay, it is iron, folic acid, and vitamin B12. Okay, so these are the micronutrients added to the rice flour, and with the help of it, fortified rice kernels are created and then they are exported to the different countries. Okay, so moving on the next question. Okay, what is one major significance of this FRK export from India as highlighted by the reports? Okay, so what it will do? So what is the important significance of this FRK export? One, it will reduces domestic rice consumption demand. It integrates India's domestic nutrition mission with global markets. It bans import of rice from other countries and it increases price of rice domestically. Yes, obviously, as I mentioned in the last question, Kuposhan Mukt Bharat. Okay, so it will integrate, like India has a specific mission, that is domestic nutrition mission, Kuposhan Mukt Bharat. So with this FRK export from India, okay, what we are doing, we are integrating our this mission with global markets. Okay, we are introducing our products in the global markets and we are integrating our mission with the global markets. Right now, next question is there. So let's talk about this question. We had discussed about it in detail our in theory session. Let's read the question and then answer it appropriately. Yeah. So the next question is about, I am mentioning a lot of things in the question so that you will get like what could be the other questions related to this. Which of the following is not one of the three types of heat resistance testers which are developed under this National Technical Textile Mission Northern India Textile Research Association project? Okay, so like let's talk about the another question that can be asked from there. So recently what happened, these heat resistant testers were developed and they were developed by National Technical Textile Mission and its Nitra project. Okay, so this Nitra project is actually related with Northern India Textile Research Association. Okay, so you have to tell which is not a part of it, which is not a heat resistant tester. Convective heat tester, radiant heat tester, contact or conductive heat tester, or UV radiation heat tester. Some of the students had given the wrong answer for the question. See, there are three ways by which the heat is transmitted. If you are connecting with me and we are taking all the classes very seriously, so there are three different ways with which the heat is transmitted. If we talk about the solar radiations, so they are the radiations. One method is radiation, another is convection, and the third one is conduction. Okay, so these are the three ways in which the heat is transmitted. There's no way like UV radiation heat testers. Okay, so right answer will be option number D. So D is the most appropriate answer for the question. Okay, some basics will help you to understand what should be the right answer for the question. So this is UV radiation heat tester. Clear? So D is the most suitable answer. Go through the current affairs sessions. You will see the pictures also. I had added the pictures of these three testers in the notes, weekly current affairs sessions. Now, so if these new heat resistance testers will be introduced, okay, so what will happen? What is the impact on testing turnaround time per sample after adopting these indigenous instruments? So these three are the indigenous instruments, like they are manufactured in India only. They are not exported, they are not imported from any other country. So what kind of impact it will cause? No change, still 30 days, reduced to 20 to 25 days, reduced to 10 to 15 days, or reduced to 3 to 5 days. So one impact, they are very cost effective. Like these new heat resistant testers are available at reasonable cost to all the persons who are dealing in this sector. Okay, as well as these testing test and around will also reduce per sample. Like earlier it was taking nearly 30 days, and now the testing time will be reduced to 3 to 5 days. D is the most appropriate answer for the question. Okay, so earlier that the test resistant heat testers we were using, they were having the time period of nearly 30 days. It will be reduced to 3 to 5 days, plus they are most cost effective. They are available at the reasonable prices. Okay, so these are the different type of advantages with these testers. Right now, another question: which ministry oversee this national textile technical textile mission, the mission under which this development happened? So these three testers are developed. So now the question is, which ministry oversee this INTTIM and NITRA project? So it will be overseen by Ministry of Science and Technology. Please look at the question very carefully before answering it. Okay, it will be overseen by Ministry of Science and Technology, Ministry of Textiles, Ministry of Commerce and Industry, Ministry of Defense. For sure. Yeah. Most of you are marking see B as a right answer. Okay, the right answer is B, and I want everyone who are there in the class to like the session also. Okay, so B is the right answer for the question, as this is related with the technical textile mission. So definitely it will comes under the Ministry of Textile. Okay. Now, so this is something that was always like for the last 1 month, it was the hit news. Okay, it was a hit news, and it is also very important. So we can expect that COP30 will be in your exam for sure. Definitely you will have a one or two question from this particular topic in your exam. I'm really sure about this. Okay, so the question is, let's talk about the question. So at COP30 2025, India's climate action stance emphasize which guiding principle? So what we mentioned here, one size fits all global targets, equity, national circumstances, common but differentiated responsibilities and respective capabilities, immediate fossil fuel phase out for all countries, uniform carbon tax across all countries, one size fit for all global targets. So you can see it is easily visible to you in the options also, right? So the right answer, yeah, it happened at Belém, that is in Brazil. This is important. Okay, we had discussed about all the important points related to this, so that's why I covered this question here. Yeah, B is the right answer. This is the guiding principle. India's climate action stance emphasized upon this guiding principle. CBDRR. We had also discussed about it, right? So it is option number B. That is the right answer. Now, so between 2005 to 2020, okay, so between 2005 to 2020, by how much did India reduce its emission intensity of GDP as highlighted at COP30? So, if there is any student who is present in the class who had taken the afternoon batch class also, where I discussed about this global initiative in detail and where I had mentioned about it as well. Okay, so it would be easy for you to relate like how the static portion is related with the current affair portion. Like we are having all the things going on parallelly, the current affair portion and the static portion as well. So between 2005 and 2020, by how much did India reduce its emission intensity of global domestic product as highlighted at COP30? Is it 25%, 36%, 45%, or 50%? Yeah. So most of the students are marking A, B, or C like there are variations in your answer. It is nearly 36%. Okay, the right answer will be 36%. So B is the most suitable answer. Yeah. Shushmita, B will be the answer. Other students had given the right answer. Shikha, Astha, Dream Master, Pradyuman, Satyarth, your answers are correct. Very good. Okay, moving on the next question. So, what share of power in India is now from non-fossil sources according to this? So, when we represent ourselves at this COP30, okay, we give some statements related to the achievements, and there we also mention like now most of the like industries and most over the power consumption is coming from non-fossil sources. Okay, power is actually generated from non-fossil sources. We are reducing our dependency on fossil fuel. We are reducing our dependency on fossil fuels. So how much, what is the share of power from non-fossil sources? It is nearly 30%, 40%, over 50%, or nearly 70%. According to, yes, NSO report, it is nearly 51%. So here we will mention over 50%. Okay, so this is over 50%, and that was the exact statement given by India during this COP30 summit or that particular conference. Okay, chalo. Moving on the next question. Okay, according to India's submission at COP30, what remains essential for developing countries to meet ambitious climate goals? Strict emission caps for all countries, affordable and concessional climate finance, technology transfer and capacity building, immediate elimination of fossil fuels, unlimited loans regardless of terms. Okay, so what is essential that can help the developing countries? See, the major issue whenever these conference of parties held, whenever we talk about global climate fund, whenever we talk about this environment facilities, okay, global environment facilities, see the developed countries are the least one that will suffer. The main suffering will come in the court of developing countries because they are not having enough resources to deal with the scenarios which is created by the developed country. Okay, so what is a main essential thing that India has mentioned during this COP30? Okay, so that the developing countries need this so that they will be able to meet their ambitious climate goals. So India mentioned that there is a need to have affordable and concessional climate finance, technology transfer, and capacity building. Okay, so B is the most suitable answer for the question. Okay, now So let's talk about it. It is also something that was mentioned like last month was very important because there are so many important events happened. One such is the Marine Fishery Census 2025 report was released. Okay, there was a fishery day, there was a National Milk Day. Okay, there was a basic animal husbandry data released. Okay, first advance estimate of Kharif production was made. Okay, we had the third advance estimate related to the horticultural crop. I'm mentioning something important here. Just wait, huh? And we also had that COP30. Okay, so all these major events happened in this month of November 2025. There are the possibilities that this month will definitely have some questions in your examination. Yeah. Hmm. I had already explained these new rules in a specific session actually. Okay, you can take the class. I think it is the second week news. You can go through that second week news because it will be more time taking and we are having nearly 50 plus questions to cover here. Yeah, there was a report given by Niti Aayog also related to the marine section. Okay, we discussed about that particular report as well. Okay, huh. Okay, after covering previous classes, that's really good. Chalo, let's talk about it. What is the name of the rule book notified framework that is November 2025 that aims to reform deep sea fishing and support small scale farmers, cooperatives, and fish farmers, producers, organization. Basically, the rules are related with now this. As if you want to be the part of, or there was one important rule as per this rule book, like you need to be registered at the specific app or the portal. Okay, and if you want to do the fishing practices in the exclusive economic zone. Okay, so what is the name of this rule book? You have to go with this. Yeah, so the question is, what should be the right answer? Marine Fisheries Regulation Act 2025, Sustainable Harnessing of Fisheries in the Exclusive Economic Zone Rules 2025. Please go through this particular rule from the second week current affair. Second week ARD current affair session. Okay, I had covered it in detail from there. Right answer will be option number B. Right? Chalo. Right answer will be option number B. The rule book is available to you there. Now, another important question. So, as per the new exclusive economic zone rules, priority for deep sea fishing operations is given to which of the following groups? Okay, like which group can do the deep sea fishing operations in the exclusive economic zone specifically? Yeah. So it is a large commercial foreign owned vessels, mechanized fishing companies only, fishermen cooperative societies and FFPOs, fish farmers producer organizations, or private multinational seafood exporters. This is specifically mentioned in the rule book, like the fishermen cooperative societies and the fish farmers producer organizations. They are given the priorities and they are considered as a one who are given all the permissions, okay, for deep sea fishing operations. Okay, so this right answer will be option number C. Now, another important question. Let's talk about the next important question. So, yeah, the next question is about which of the following practices is prohibited. So, it is also mentioned in the rule. As you were asking now, okay, what are the important rules? So, let's see. These are the some questions related to the rules. So, which of the following practices prohibited under the new rules to promote sustainable fishing practices? So, which is prohibited? Sea cage aquaculture, LED light fishing, and pair trawling, use of traditional boats for small scale fishing, use fishing within 12 nautical miles of coast. So, which practices is prohibited? Like it is clearly mentioned in the new rules that you cannot do this practice. And that is basically considered to promote the sustainable fishing practices. Okay. Yes, it is related with LED light fishing and pair trawling. So these are banned, these are prohibited activities as well as the bull trawling. Pair trawling, bull trawling, LED light fishing, these are clearly mentioned in the rule book that these practices are banned because we want to go for the sustainable fishing practices. So these practices should be prohibited. Now, so I like personally feel that this question should be included. Okay, so that's why I added one extra question from this exclusive economic zone rule book. So what is that question is about? What is a mother and child vessel concept in the new exclusive economic zone framework intended for? Okay, so what is that concept and what is the meaning of that particular concept that is mentioned in the exclusive economic zone framework? Okay, that new rule book. So question options are to provide maternal health services to fisher folk, okay, to allow mid-sea shipments under regulated mechanisms, and is to support aquaculture of baby fish or juveniles and brood fishes. It is to segregate traditional fishers and commercial trawlers. Huh. Yes, Susmita is mentioning B, and B is the right answer. Okay, not C. That's why I mentioned this question here. Like, I feel like when you will see that mother and child vessel concept, now you will definitely go for the baby fish and the brood fish, but it is not related with the baby fish and the brood fish. It is to allow mid sea transshipment under regulated mechanism. Okay, so under the regulated mechanism, you are allowed to do the mid sea transshipment. Okay, so this concept is about. Okay, Satyarth, is it clear? Shikha? Huh. Yeah. So basically, in a regulated manner, like mother regulates certain things. So like sometimes it happen in a regulated manner. This middle in the middle of the sea, the transshipment practices will be followed. That under observations, the thing will be performed. Okay, and that basically there are some ships, small ships or larger ships. Okay, so it will allow this mid-sea transshipment under regulated manner, like basically to support the small ship fishing practices and the large vessels fishing practices also. Note it is not related with this actually, completely related with this. It is related with doing all the practices under observations and under the regulated manners. Okay, like the mother and the child relations are. Okay, now why is the new exclusive economic zone rules framework significant for small scale coastal communities and FFPOs as per the official release? Okay, so why these are important for them? Okay, so it is basically because it bans all fishing by small scale fishers to protect the ecosystem. Uh, it is because it's grant them access to deep sea fishing, modern vessels, value addition, certification, and export opportunities. It is because it's convert all cooperatives into private companies for better profit. It is basically this mother child vessel concept is actually to protect the fishermen, the small fishermen, not the fishes and other things. It is to protect the small fishermen that they are allowed to do all these practices properly in the water areas. Like the coastal fishery practices are their main sources of livelihood. Okay, because it reduces their fishing rights and encourages aquaculture only. Yeah. So what is a significant for of this rule of these rule books for small scale coastal communities and FFPO? Huh. It is not related with the small and the large. It is related with the small fishermen and their protections and their regulations. It is option number B. Okay, B will be the most suitable answer. Okay, so recently we all are aware about the pollution in Delhi. Okay, so what triggered CAQM, that is Commission for Air Quality Management, to invoke stage 3 of its air quality plan in November 2025. Okay, so why it was invoked? It was because of AQI rise to moderate level, that is AQI 1012. You should know about the levels, it is important. Like what is the poor level, what is the moderate level, severe level, or hazardous level. You should be aware about them. Okay. So, what triggered CAQM to invoke stage 3 of its air quality plan in November 2025? Yeah, that is because the air quality index has reached the severe category, that is from air quality index 401 to 450. Hmm. Yes. Yeah, we had discussed about in detail, like everything we had discussed in the weekly current affairs sessions and uh, our other regular classes as well. Okay. So under stage 3 action by CAQM in November 2025, which of the following are banned across Delhi NCR? Yeah, this is important. Which of the following activities are banned in the Delhi NCR? Like you cannot do these activities, like use of all diesel vehicles, construction and demolition activities, running essential services like hospitals or public transport buses. See, in the like recently I observed now the Delhi is having these buses, Devi buses. Okay, that is basically Delhi electrical vehicle, electrical vehicles, intercity transport. It is related with electrical vehicles. Okay. And the right answer for this question is recently construction and demolition activities are banned across Delhi NCR as per this stage 3 action by CAQM. Okay. So moving on the next question. Yeah. So now we are having some questions which are based on data. Okay. There are so many questions which are based on data which we are going to cover in today's session. Please make the notes of the data because data questions were there in the last year exam also. Okay. So as of November 11, 2025, what was the total area under Rabi crop sowing in India? It was 188.73 lakh hectares, 198.50 lakh hectares, 208.19 lakh hectares, or 220 lakh hectares. For the last question, no, it is B actually, not the C or not A. All word is there, na? As all word is mentioned there, so we cannot include this as your answer. Okay, the right answer for the question is 208.19 lakh hectares. Which C will be the right answer. Okay, C will be the most suitable answer for the question. Right? Now moving on the next question. Yeah. Okay. Which of the following categories besides pulses and wheat? It means that pulses and wheats are doing well. Like, what is a variety or what is a category other than pulses and the wheat that shows significant sowing area under Rabi 2025-26 season as per the recent report? Yes. So what should be the right answer? Hmm? Sowing area has shown an improvement. Yeah, Avni, what should be the right answer? Yeah, so there is, I think it is a second or the third week current affairs session. Okay, that ARD current affairs session, I had covered this. Please go through that particular report. There was a screenshot I had added. Okay, this is a report actually mentioned that by Ministry of Agriculture and Farmers Welfare, like they had released the datas, like how much crop productions we are doing and what are the changes that we're observing. So in the second or the third week current affair, I had covered these things. Okay, so you can go through that particular week current affair. You can go through the PDF as well. So for the PDF, you can connect with me on my Telegram, and from there you can download the PDF. All the PDFs have the complete mention like what this PDF is about. Okay, so you can take the help of the PDFs. Yeah, the right answer is option number B, na? Yeah, most of the students are mentioning B, huh? Yes, okay. Chalo, moving ahead. It's a Shri Anna. Okay. So this was also an event happened in the month of November. I forgot to mention. Okay, this is a international. This is Asian Seed Congress. Okay, and International Agronomic Congress was also held. This is also important. And Asian Seed Congress was also held. The question is, what was the theme of Asian Seed Congress 2025? Like there's so many events happen, na, this in this month. You have to revise all. Seeds for climate resilience, quality seeds for global markets, sowing the seeds of prosperity through quality seeds, digital seeds, digital future. Now the confusion. अब फंस गए तुम लोग कि क्या आंसर मार्क, like what answer we have to mark. Here you cannot apply the elimination method. Now the right answer will be obviously the option number C. Okay, so where this Asian Seed Congress 2025 held, it was held in Mumbai. 1 point. Second is it was inaugurated by Union Minister of Agriculture for Agriculture and Farmers Welfare, Shri Shivraj Singh Chauhan ji. Another is, so during that Asian Seed Congress, government emphasized on biofortified and climate resilient varieties for future agriculture. Okay, huh? Because you had covered it, na? Like how could you get confused? Huh? अगर cover नहीं किया होता तो you will be confused, but we had covered it. So next question is also there. It is something that we had discussed in the like last day class or the previous class. The question is, which portal did the minister urge seed industry stakeholders to adopt for traceability and transparency of seeds? Hmm. Seed India portal, Agri Trace portal, Sathi portal, Bioseed portal. It is a Sathi. The answer is in the question. Yes, very good. Yeah. So answer is in the question. That is the seed authentication, traceability. Okay. So this is your option number C. Now moving on the next question. Acha, before going ahead, see this is a rapid revision batch aspirants. Okay. If you are thinking like you have to do the last minute revision, you can be the part of. Okay. Chalo. What new legislative step did the government announces at this Asian Seed Congress 2025 to tackle poor quality seeds? So this is something that our government announced. Okay, as I mentioned before, also the last question. But let's talk about what should be the right answer for the question. Strengthening the existing rules under Plant Variety Protection Act. Plant Variety Protection and Farmers' Right Act. This is a complete name now of 2021. Right? We discussed about it in detail about all these chapters and other things, right? In the theory classes. Introduction of a new seed law in the upcoming budget session. Ban on private seed companies' operations, mandatory export license for seed companies. Batao. So this is like something that we exam 2026. Okay, there will be a new seed law that they have to cover. Okay, which was actually announced during the Asian Seed Congress that happened in November 2025. Like in the next year, we will have a new seed law. Okay, so this was a new legislative step that we talked about during the recent Congress, Seed Congress. Okay, so B will be the right answer. Yeah, B will be the right answer. Okay, now under the revised Pradhan Mantri Fasal Bima Yojana framework that announced in November 2025. Okay, we discussed about it. Na? Now the flood damage and the wild animal attack, they will also be covered under which risk category? Okay, so it will be covered under standing crop risk. It will be covered under post-harvest risk, localized risk add-on cover, or widespread calamity risk. Yeah. Yes, it will be covered under localized risk. Okay. Yes, Avani, your answer is correct. Shaurya, Dream Master, Disha, Astha, Rakesh, Susmita, Lakshman. हाँ, चलो, let's move ahead. It is the localized risk. Okay, so let's move on the next question. Okay, so now we have this new coverage: wild animal attack and paddy inundations. They are covered. So from which cropping season this will be covered under Pradhan Mantri Fasal Bima Yojana be rolled out? From Rabi 2025-26, Kharif 2025, Kharif 2026, or Rabi 2026-27? Hmm. Yes, हाँ, Shushmita, chalo. So it will be, C is the right answer for sure. Chalo, let's move. We discussed about it, right? It is from the Kharif season 2025. It will be included. Like these two new coverages are added. Okay, wild animal attacks and paddy inundations, right? Chalo. And the farmers must report crop loss due to animal attack, wild animals attack, or paddy inundation within 72 hours. Under the new Pradhan Mantri Fasal Bima Yojana modality, like you have to report it, na? Otherwise you will not get the benefits. You have to mention like this thing has happened with us within 72 hours. Right? Moving ahead. So why was paddy inundation coverage previously removed from Pradhan Mantri Fasal Bima Yojana's localized calamity over before being reintroduced in 2025? It was also earlier there, but it was removed from this. What was the reason that why it was removed? Because almost no states were flood prone. This is extreme situation. It is nothing that can happen, right? Like states are flood prone in our country due to concerns about moral hazards and difficulty in accessing submerged crops, because paddy was not insured under Pradhan Mantri Fasal Bima Yojana earlier because premium rates were too high. Hmm. Yes, it was removed because, yeah, it was removed in 2018. Yeah, we discussed this. And the reason for removing is that time we were not so techno friendly. That time we were not having that technologies to access it. Okay. So that's why it was removed. And now we are more techno advanced. So we can do some assessments. Okay. So that's why now it is again added. Yeah. Chalo, moving ahead. Moving on the next question. Yes, Asa, your answer is correct. Pradyuman, Disha, Lakshman. Moving on the next question. Yes. Okay, there are so many different questions I had included with this question. Question is, on which date will World Fishery Day 2025 be celebrated by the Department of Fisheries in New Delhi? 18th of November 2025, 20th of November 2025, 21st of November, or 25th of November? Yeah, obviously it is celebrated. It was celebrated on 21st of November, and the theme was India's blue transformation, strengthening value addition in seafood exports. This theme is important. Theme related questions are so common nowadays. Trending questions. Okay, so it is the right answer for the question is option number uh, C, that is November 21. Yeah. Chalo, moving on the next question. Which major initiative was launched by the Department of Fisheries? I think we had discussed about it. Okay, let's do it again. How it was repeated by me. Chalo. Which major initiative was launched by the Department of Fisheries on World Fisheries Day 2025 to improve fisheries traceability and export readiness? National Marine Pollution Control Plan, National Framework on Traceability in Fisheries and Aquaculture 2025, Coastal Fishing Ban 2025, or Inland Fisheries Subsidy Program. Yeah, this was not covered before. Yeah, what is the right answer for the question? Like which one is initiative was launched during that time? Yes, what should be the right answer for the question? Yeah. So you will go with option number B. It is B, right? Chalo. Now another question is there. Just give me a minute. Okay, let's move on the next question. So the next question is about one of the goals announced in the 2025 celebrations is to increase seafood exports, okay, which is also mentioned in the theme of this year Fisheries Day, World Fisheries Day. So what is the target export value by 2030? We are targeting like this is we will reach till 2030. 50,000 crore, 75,000 crore, 1 lakh crore, or 5 lakh crore. It is something we had already covered. It is a 1 lakh crore. It is option number C. It is option number C. Please mark this question. Yeah, C is the right answer for this question. We had discussed it. You can cross check it from the current affairs sessions, regular current affairs, right? Huh. Chalo. Moving on the next question, please go through the current affairs sessions properly. Which of these was not among the key agenda items unveiled along with the traceability framework on World Fisheries Day 2025? Okay. This SOPs for mariculture, guidelines for reservoirs, fisheries management, ban on coastal fishing till 2027, developments of smart and integrated fishing harbors. Which of these was not among? So this is not a key agenda item under the traceability framework on World Fisheries Day 2020. Yeah, for this question, you will go with option number C, definitely. Okay, so there is nothing like ban. So this was not part of the announced agenda. The revealed items include SOPs for mariculture, harbors development, reservoir fisheries guidelines, and infrastructure upgrades. Okay, so there's nothing like ban, like how the people who are living near the coastal areas survive, na? So ban is not a solution. Banning something is not a solution. Like we are seeing the acid attack in our country still date, although the acid is banned. This is something you can talk. Uh, so let's talk about this is also important question. Like what was the total? Just give me a minute. Yeah, what was the total food grain production in India for 2024-25 as per the final estimates released by the ministry? Okay, this is also important. We discussed this in a one particular session. I think it was in the third week current affair. Okay, it is a data like total food grain production you have to tell for the year 2025 to 2024 as per the final estimate. 332.30 million tons, 349.50 million tons, 357.73 million tons, 365 million tons. So it was 357.73 million tons. Okay, so C is the most suitable answer for the question. Okay, C is the right answer. Okay. What was the growth rate in total food grains output in year 2024-25 compared to 2023-24 as announced by the minister? So if you know the values of 2023-24, you can calculate it, but you should know, like we had discussed it in detail. There was a complete details like wheat grain production itna, Shri Anna itna, rice itna, all details are provided to you. So it was nearly 8%, not 6.5%. The right answer is 8%. Okay, growth rate in total food production was 8%, right? There's some who had given the right answer, but most of the students has mentioned the wrong answer. 6.5, not 8% total growth we observed when it was compared. Okay, what was the estimated output of total oil seeds in 2024-25 as per the final estimates? Oil seeds ka estimate output you have to tell as per the final estimate. So it was nearly 39.67 million tons, 42.98 million tons, 50 million tons, or 57.5 million tons. Let me tell you, it is 42.98 million tons. Okay, so all these are the datas mentioned in the reports provided to you. Please go through these datas. Yeah. So B is the right answer. Yes, Avni, Shaurya, Rakesh, Susmita, Disha, Lakshman. E is given by most of the students. Correct. Chalo. Moving ahead. So this is also related with this data. So over the last 10 years, that is from 2015-16, 2015-16, by how much did total food grain output increase as per the minister's statement? It is increased by 80 million tons, near to 90 million tons, near to 106 million tons, or near to 120 million tons. So it has increased by 106 million tons. Okay, yeah. So I had included like most of the related details in the question itself for you. So here the question is, and am expecting like everyone who are there in the classes like the session, right? Is that so or not? Am I expecting the correct thing? Right. So on 19th of November, there was a toilet day, and on the same day, there was a Men's Day also, International Men's Day and the World Toilet Day. They are on the same day. Okay. So which of the four, and on the same day, there was a campaign began that was Hamara Shauchalay, Hamara Bhavishya. Okay. And this campaign will end on 10th of December. Okay, that is on today, which is Human Rights Day, right? So question is, which of the following is not one of the main focus areas of this campaign? Functionality assessments of toilets, repair and aesthetic improvements of toilets, promotion of fecal sludge management and climate resilient sanitation, construction of new large sewage treatment plants. Guys are giving the wrong answer. For sure, you guys are mentioning B. हमारा शौचालय, हमारा भविष्य. So every option which is having something related with the toilet and the fecal sludge management will be there. Okay, D is the right answer. Like all of the students has mentioned B, which is completely wrong. Now Varun had given the right answer. D is the right answer. How you guys will go with this? This is the main focus area. Like construction of the toilet is one thing. Like repairing of them is also be considered here. Na? Repairing, like most of the time it happens in the rural areas, some programs are lost. Similar thing happens with the watershed also. When the watershed construction is going on, the self-help groups are taking care of everything. But once the watersheds are completely constructed, they move out of there and nobody is looking at them. Like what are the things going on there? Is it working well or not? Okay. So yeah, it is one of the focus area of this campaign. The focus area which is not that like construction of new large sewage treatment plant. This is not a focus area under this Hamara Shochalaya. Okay. This campaign focuses on assessment, repair, upkeep, hygiene, and waste management practices which are related with household toilets or community toilets. Huh. Chalo. Moving on the next question. According to 2025 estimates, yeah, Avni, your answer was also wrong. Now you are doing correct, huh? But in the beginning, you guys had given the wrong answer. Chalo. According to the 2025 estimates, what was the total fish production in India? All fisheries. We are mentioning about all fisheries. In 2024-25, it was 96 lakh ton, 147.37 lakh tons. It was 195 lakh tons. It was 250 lakh. Yeah, Rakesh, Lakshman, Dream Master, Shushmita. It was 195. Okay, so the right answer is option number C. B or C, what you are doing here? 50-50 is not working in your exam. Na? Either you have to go for B or you have to go for C or you have to go for D. Okay? In exam only, no, no, no. This is not working well in your exams. You have to be on one option. Okay? Chalo, next question. Yeah, so this is something which is based on the static portion, but Ampeda was in the news. That's why I included this question for you. So, under which year was MPEDA, that is Marine and Processed Food Export Development, Marine Processed Food Export Development Authority was established as a statutory body? 61, 1972, 1985 or 1992? Chalo, let's go for this question. Yeah, Avni, what should be the right answer? Under which year was MPEDA established as a statutory body? Hmm. Yeah, please tell. So I am waiting for most of the students to answer it. It was established in 72. How many of you are marking B as the answer? Yeah, B is the right answer. Okay, it was established in the year 1907. Oh, this question is not having the answer by mistake, but E is the answer. Okay, I'm marking it. Right? Chalo. No issues. It is 1972. Okay. So, as Ampeda was in the news now, that's why I mentioned this question. This is a part of the static question. Question is, which of the following is not a primary function of Ampeda? Okay. Promotion of aquaculture, including hatchery developments and new farm setups, regulations and inspections of marine products, quality and export certification, running inland freshwater irrigation and water distribution systems, supporting processing infrastructures and value addition for marine products. Yeah. So, what should be the right answer for the question? Please tell. It is 1972. Very good. And for this question, it is option number A, B, C, or D. Option number C will be the right answer. Okay. So it is running inland freshwater irrigation and water. See, it will not go with this irrigation and the water distribution system. It will be related with the products, now marine products and other things. So A is there, B is there, marine products are mentioned. C, D is there, like nothing to do with the irrigation water. C is the right answer. Okay, chalo. One more question which is related with the AMPEDA. The question is, which of these is a specialized society under MPEDA that focuses on fish quality management and sustainable fishing outreach? So it is NFDB, it is Netfish, it is ICAR Fisheries Division, or it is Marine Conservation Society of India. Acha students, let me tell you one thing. Okay, the right answer will be option number B. For the this question, it will be B. Okay, that is net fish network for fish quality management and sustainable fish. Right, now another question is there. Let's talk about it as well. Okay, so which overarching project or fund framework was the veterinary bio waste management for sustainable livestock and health workshop organized by Department of Animal Husbandry and Dairying in on 24th of November 2025 held under? Are you getting the sense of the question? Huh? No, it is Netfish. It is not Netflix. It is Netfish. Okay. Chalo. As like I want to tell you one, when the exam will be approaching, like when you are preparing for competitive examination or any other thing, when you are about to give the exam, so that time your sense of humor will be more like any other thing because you will be in a different zone. Okay, so most of the students are giving me the examples related to this now. Okay, they have started becoming. No, yeah, your answer is actually on time, Avani. as you guys are not mentioning the question number na, and some questions are having the same number, so sometimes it happen like it missed from my side, right? So is the right answer. It is, yeah, it is pandemic fund project. Okay, so the right answer will be option number B. Chalo, moving ahead, let's go on the next question. Which I'm providing you the remaining questions. Okay, so there are nearly 15 questions that are still left to be covered, right? I'll share the PDF to you. Okay, you can connect with me on my Telegram. And still, I'm mentioning you can be the part of rapid revision to do the last minute of everything. I'm covering some important sessions there as well, right? And the students, after going through the complete PDF, you have to mention in the comment box that, ma'am, I had covered everything. Okay. Okay, you need to read it by yourself and you have to mention in the comment box that everything is covered by you, because now the questions that we left to do, they're all related with the data, because all the questions after that are related with the third advanced estimate of total horticulture production. There are some questions related to BAHS. There are some questions related with the first advanced estimate of kharif production. Okay, so please go through all these questions. You have to learn this data, make the notes of all this data in your notebook, and mention the things here that you are doing all the things, right? Chalo. Answer to the question is number C. Okay. Another question is also related with the data. So you have to learn this data. This data is really very important, right? So I'm ending the session for now. We'll meet in the next class. Okay. Bye bye. All the best.